Hello, Dan. This is Sean. Wanted to make a quick video for you. Really quick, let's recap. So these were the original CAD drawings that I got from you. We've deleted the ovals out of the frames, and so I wanted to show you the proposed um, layout and interaction of crossing parts that I wanted to propose. I think which will make these things stronger. It's not going to change the price that I gave you, but so anyway, this is the original drawing that I got. This is for these guys here, showing the vertical and the horizontal, how they just line up with each other. And in this application, you're pretty much relying on a glue adhesive and some staples to keep those guys from coming apart. And what I'm proposing is this type of joint here, which is an interlocking joint. We're going to cut these all on the CNC, and like I was saying, this is for the same price that I was telling you about, but I think this is going to hold together much better. The dimension of these guys are 1 inch by 5/8, and actually what I did is I took the 1/2 inch dimension and bumped it up to 5/8 of an inch, just to make it a little bit more substantial. Hopefully that's okay. I can make it smaller if you want. Um, and actually, let me turn on this one other part here. So, or actually, let me talk about that first. So on these frames, we've got the interlocking here, which is it's a half lap joint, and then on the back, let me flip this guy over. We have a receiver hole that allows for the square corner to go into, which is, let me go down here. Oh, they've all got the round, but these are just going to have a square hole, and our cutter on the CNC won't cut a square corner, so I'm going to drill a hole at each one of those ends so it receives that square corner. So these pieces will drop. This is what it looks like from the front. So these lap into that face right there. That's the lap joint that we were talking about, and then let me bring in the filler piece that's going to trap that. So that's this piece here. So this will be flush with this inside edge here, so you'll have a line that goes across there, but all of these cross pieces will be trapped in. So these will be turn that off. These guys will be glued and pinned into the frame, and then this piece will be applied to that inside edge, which will flush it out. So when you look at it from there, it'll be the full 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch dimension with these guys fully captured inside that frame. So these will last a lot longer. They'll stay true. They won't be blown apart, beat out in the weather. This joint will keep itself perfectly true and square, and you don't take a chance of a staple or a fastener coming loose and having these things get coming apart. And then going over to, let's go back here, these guys here, we have our same 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch outer frame, and we've got an 1.5 inch wide by 1 inch thick piece. So that's these guys here. And so let me turn off that backer again, so you can see we've got the same type of joint going on here. At the corners, these guys come through and they fit into a notch like that, and the corners are in there like that, and then in the field where these guys come together, they're like that. All of the center pieces where they come together, that's the joinery that's going to be. So there'll be a lap joint going into the perimeter frame, and then we turn on the capture frame, and the same deal. So we'll have an 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch frame with these guys traveling in and being captured by those corners. So these things will hold together very nicely. So anyway, I'm going to take a look at these I just did these in different colors so you can see the how they lap into each other. But let's go to render mode, and you can see what the reveals look like and how they look. We've got once again, if you take the take the backer frame off, you can see that notch. Well, you don't because it goes all the way through, but with the backer frame on there, you have that. These guys are fully captured inside of that, inside that 1.5 by 1.5 frame. All right, and then and as we talked about, you wanted one of these frames to be 7'10". The other 7 narrow ones are 8'2". We've got this one at 54 wide by 98, and then this guy, I believe this one is, I didn't put dimensions on that one. This one shows 96. And these guys are 98 and 94. The one single one is 94. Confirm that is 96 inches. Hopefully it is, because the geometry works for the angles of those guys. Let me know if there's any difference between that. And then the width on this guy, 49.5. All right. I'll send you a picture of these guys, a couple screenshots of this, but if you can give me an approval on that, we'll get these guys in process. Thank you very much.